these drinks are changing my life. Let's get into it. Hey, it's JB here, the Morning Coach. Excited you're with me. This is more of a community than a channel, and this is one I know we're going to want to talk about down below. These are called hard ketones, and I want to read you a little bit about what this is. I know you might have watched some of my non-alcoholic reviews on alcohol, on some of the whiskey alternatives. This is a totally different thing. This is an alcohol alternative. And why is it changing my life? Well, let me read what it is and then I'll explain what's going on. So, introducing ketol, alcohol reinvented after 7,000 years, science has found a way, a patented alcohol alternative that rivals alcohol itself. So, alcohol versus ketol. Alcohol occurs into the liver and a toxin called, and I always say this wrong, acetaldehyd. One more time. Acetaldehyd. That's just bad enough as it is, right? But that's the bad thing that gives you the hangover and really is bad in the liver and causes all the issues with alcohol. Second thing is, ketol converts in the liver into ketones, a molecule the body makes naturally during fasting that promotes longevity. Pretty cool. Alcohol makes you hungry. Ketone suppresses alcohol. Goodbye, drunchies. Alcohol kicks you out of ketosis. Ketol is 100% ketogenic, raising ketones 1 to 2 mm's. The keto diet not required. Hardketones.com. So I found this, it's been a few months ago when I was looking for alcohol alternatives. And so for me, why is it changing my life? Well, I like to have a few drinks. In fact, I'm somebody that will drink a Jack and ginger. Gentleman Jack typically is my drink of ginger or a good scotch like a Lagavulin. The issue with those drinks is typically when I drink alcohol, I want to drink more. Like I get to the third one and the fourth one comes really easy and then the fifth one is even easier. At 54 years old, going to be 55, my body just can't take it right. And more importantly, my mental health. So if I'm out with the weekend with everyone just having a good time, and believe me, I'm a type A person, so I'm going to have a good time. When it rolls around Monday and Tuesday, I'm recovering a little bit, but my brain just isn't there. And I'll show you my Whoop device here. You can see when I drink how bad it is compared to when I don't. Now, I haven't drank in a month. I've switched to hard ketones probably a month and a half, and you can see the data between the two. Now, here's what's crazy. Last night, I'll show you this one. Last night, I only had about, 5 hours of sleep. Let me see my sleep. Last night, I had 5 hours and 23 minutes of sleep needed. I had one pina last night, pina colada, and my HRV rose to a 71, which is really crazy. It's 14% higher, 91% recovery with less sleep. And what's happening now is, for me, I want to get a buzz. So there's 3 things I want to talk about in this video with hard ketones that people have asked me. 1 is buzz, 2 is taste, and 3 is price. So I want to go through those 3 things. So the buzz. I typically drink 1 or 2 of these. 1, I see an HRV increase. If I drink 2, it stays about neutral. If I drink 3, which is really rare, and I'll explain that in a minute, I get a negative HRV. But I don't need that. Like 2 of these drinks, what will happen is I will literally have a buzz for about 4 hours, 5 hours. It just works for me. Now, it's suggested to drink on an empty stomach. I don't have to do that. I just drink it naturally and I get a buzz. It's a very relaxing buzz, like 3 or 4 glasses of wine, maybe 2 or 3 Jack and Gingers. But what's going on with it, what's crazy is I don't have the need. Maybe I'm watching videos upstairs, which I love to do. I watch my 80s videos. I don't have the need for the next drink, right? It's like, okay, I drank it, it's good. And I don't have that urge that you get. Now, I've never been diagnosed an alcoholic. I probably have alcoholic use disorder if I have anything where I like to drink, more. I start feeling good. It's like I want a little bit more. And it's like I drink 3 or 4 or 5. But I've never been somebody that drinks during the week. It's just, it's a weekend thing. And maybe during the week I'll have 1 drink. But the problem is the alcohol really kills me. I mean, it just takes me out of the loop. And as a coach and, coaching professional athletes, coaching CEOs, coaching all my Morning Coach members around the world, I want to be in top performance. And these drinks are literally changing my life because it's allowing me to go out and have a few drinks during the weekend and be able to, still feel good on Monday. In fact, feel great. Get up and hit the gym and feel even better. Like I said, last night, 5.5 hours sleep, woke up, awesome, hit the gym, and just felt great after one pina colada. So that's the first thing. Buzz. The buzz for me, it just feels like a relaxing buzz where I can listen to my music, have fun, pretty much like that first buzz you get with alcohol, but I don't have that feeling like I need to drink another drink. I really just, it just gives me this buzz. It's good. I actually take a flask with me if I go somewhere, so that if I don't want to drink, I'll take it with me. And if I can take these to a party, I'll take them. But I'll take a flask if I go somewhere where everybody else is drinking, and I'll make my own drink and drink it, which is really cool. Okay, so it works for me. Some people have reported it doesn't work for them. They say maybe 20% of the people, but I got to tell you, it works for me. It's just really changing my life. Alcohol is gone. Alcohol is nowhere near me anywhere, and Hard Ketones is now my drink of choice if I'm going to drink on the weekend. That's the buzz. Taste. Okay, this is where it gets challenging. The pina colada is actually really good, but they're adding 20% more hard ketones to it, or the raw drink, so that what I've heard is the taste is going to be a little bit different, okay? We're adding sucralose, and one thing, I don't have anything to do with this company, by the way. So I've just had the ability to get in the Facebook group, which I'll link down below. It's a really active Facebook group. And Frank, one of the founders of the company, he talks in there a lot, and I'm learning from him. The ginger mule has a little bit of a bite to it, but they're adding sucralose to it in the next version, and that's going to take it down a little bit. I actually don't mind it. I love the pina colada. I could drink it normally, but they're going to increase the hard ketones. The mule, ginger mule, it gets a little bit rough, but again, one of the things people do is put lime in it. You know, I equate it to like originally drinking alcohol back in the day. If you think about it, when you first started drinking, most drinks didn't taste really good. And that's why you doctor them up so bad. These don't have to be doctored up too much, but taste is very subjective. It's one of those things that really you're going to have to, try it and see for yourself how you want to do it. I will mix it sometimes with a LaCroix water and a little bit of lime. And it lasts longer. Okay, that's one thing, and the drink lasts longer. That's what I do. And then they have a Hard Ketones gin and tonic. Again, a lime mixer is good. I actually put lemon in this sometimes, and it works out really great. I really, really, really enjoy the Hard Ketones, and I have no affiliation with the company. This is just my own personal experience, which has really been a great experience. As far as the health side of ketones, I'm starting to study the books on ketones, the fourth fuel, the complete book of ketones. Really interesting concept that they have. And the core ingredient into this, and again, I'm not a doctor, I don't play one here. You can do your own research, and you can go to the website. You can also go to the Facebook group and ask. But the number one product, if I can say it, is I think it's on here. Right here. Let's see. R13-butanediol is what it really is. That's what the patented ketol is, and that's what you're getting the buzz from. So really interesting. And I know, again, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a research scientist, but what I understand is it's not the same as people with diabetes and those type of things. Again, if you have questions about that, I would suggest you go to the Facebook group and check it out. For me, I'm doing my own blood work, my own measurements. I have the Aura, the Whoop, the Whoops up here, the Ultra Human. I'm testing myself constantly, so I know if it's working, and I do a lot of my own feeling, and I can tell you it's life-changing from the standpoint of alcohol during the weekend versus this during the weekend. Okay, the big one on the internet that people get frustrated with is price. When I first got these, I was like, man, that can's kind of small, and these cans are, small. And I'm like, wow, it's expensive. These can go up to, $6.50, buy them in bulk, down to $5.50 a can. And I said, man, that's pretty expensive. But when you look at it, it's not. So they could have diluted these down and made a 6-pack and got it down to $3 a can, and you'd have got the same effect drinking a bunch of them. But they made the decision to make it a more concentrated drink in a smaller form factor. The other thing that you need to take in consideration is that you don't drink as many. And I think that's, for me, where I see the value. I mean, if I'm paying $6.50 a drink and I paid $13 for these 2 drinks, I'm from Miami and also in Indiana. In Indiana, it's really inexpensive drink. In Miami, that's 1 drink. Here, it's for me, if I drink 2 of these in a night and I feel good, have a great buzz, kind of release the stress and can relax, it's totally worth it. I have no problem with $5.50, $6.50 a drink. Some people have an issue with that. again, I think this is not for everybody. And I think whenever we talk about products and even tech stuff and stuff that I do, not everything's for everybody. And that's cool. I mean, there's billions of people in the world. But for high performance people, like people that I coach, CEOs, people that are trying to build companies, going out there and being a creator, or really have high stress situations where you need to be on your game every day, I think they're not too worried about the price if they can get that kind of cool feeling and relax, but yet still be able to perform. And for me, that's kind of what it's about. Kind of like flying first class versus coach. I typically fly first class because I speak a lot and I want to feel comfortable. I want to relax. It's not a financial thing. It's a business thing. Now, I'm not fortunate enough to fly private, but the people that fly private, they say the same thing, that they fly private over first class or coach because they arrive at what they need to do and they go out there and they kick butt. Okay? So, and there's a reason for that. The time is the most valuable commodity. So for me, not laying on the sofa on a Sunday and hitting the gym on the Sunday is worth it. It's all relative. Value to me is typically relative. But those are the things you see on the internet. You see people say, oh, the taste is terrible. Well, if you think about a Jack and Ginger, that's terrible too. You're doctoring it up with a ginger ale. Lagavulin to me, I like a real peaty scotch. I do like the flavor and the taste of it. But again, the alcohol at my age is just ruining me. It just isn't worth it. What they say, the squeeze is not worth the juice. With this, it is. So it's a really unique product. And I'd love to have a conversation down below what questions you have. But buzz, that's the big one. I get a good buzz. I drink one and I just feel chill. Like it's a good, relaxing, kind of like that first alcohol buzz, and it's not ethanol. That's the key thing. So I'm feeling pretty good. Second one, man, I'm listening to music, having fun, and really enjoying myself. I really like it. I'll take it to a concert, take it with me. Second thing is, when it takes to flavor, it's not the best. Like, you're going to have to doctor it up and figure out what you like. I've gotten used to it. And I think like anything else, if you get good benefit from it and you like it, you will get used to it. And I like it. Again, the pina colada is great, but there are some issues as they're going to increase the ketone level in it. So we'll have to wait and see. The mule I like, and they're going to add some sucralose, which will take a little bit of the bite out of it. And the gin and tonic is a big, a lot of people like the gin and tonic for sure. A couple things that are coming up with the company that I think is interesting is they have a new product coming, which they're going to allow you to have a mixer. So it's going to be like almost like an alcohol-based vodka or whatever, where you're going to be able to add your own mixers. That's coming out in a few weeks. I'm doing some testing with that, and it's been fun. I've made a couple margaritas with it. I do like it. I'm going to make some cinnamon stuff to see if I can make a whiskey out of it. But I like that idea that, you don't have to have one of their pre-made mixes. You can actually get a can of mix that you're going to be able to make a drink with, which is pretty cool. The other thing they're working on is a beer, which I'm anxious to see. I'm not a beer drinker. I've never been a big beer drinker, but having a beer with this is also pretty cool, so that's coming. The website is Hard Ketones. Again, I have no affiliation with them. I'm not getting paid or anything for this. You can do your research there. And the other thing I think you should check out is the Facebook group if this is something that interests you, because I think it's really, really an awesome drink for those of you that are looking for performance and to get rid of alcohol. So any questions? Leave them down below. As always, hey, a thumbs up. You like this video, let me know. I will be doing more on hard ketones because it is something that's helping me in my life. And it is literally life-changing. Those weekend benders where I'm just, going out and having a blast, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, finally feeling good Wednesday are gone. I still can go out and have a blast, have a few drinks without getting rid of the drinks, and still get a good buzz. So it's really interesting. Love to hear your thoughts below. If you've had this before, what are your thoughts? And again, keep your expectations in check. I really want you to, if you're going to test this out, test it out. And understand that the taste is going to be there. The buzz might not be exactly what you want, but for me, it's almost a perfect product. It's a life-changing product for me. Okay, thumbs up. You like the video? More coming. Thanks so much for watching. We'll be back with more right here on MorningCoach.com, the video channel.